Last few seconds in this opening round. Oh, he got caught stepping forward with Georges. That right hand, very experienced operator. Round the home out to make some noise. All set for round number 2. There's Georges. He's ready. Comes running out, touch the gloves. Nice right hand down. So relaxed. He guides it so well. There's no flaring of the elbow. He steps in very tight, throws down the center. They're in it again. Followed it from a body shot that time. Starts to mix it up. That was a reaching shot though. Well read by Alex Georges. I'm going to try and tell the story quickly. I was working at a martial arts show. When they were back to their corners, they got the towel, the hurricane towel, but then they're it's a validation when you get that UFC contract and you step into the octagon. And this performance so far from Damir is validation as well. He's landing some good shots from the top position. We've seen Alex Georges protest to the referee a couple of times, trying to get the stand-up, but well, he paid for it the first time, took a big shot to the chin. He's struggling to get anything going here, especially without digging an underhook. He's trying to control a wrist at the moment. Going back to that validation, Dan, I saw a video of Alex Georges being woken up by the Mokhtarian brothers, and they let him know that he'd just been signed or offered a UFC contract. Very emotional for him. He was in floods of tears. And sometimes I think we forget just how much it means to these athletes when they make that jump from the regional circuit to the big leagues. Well, it's a huge step up, you know, and it's that moment when you feel like you've achieved. A lot of fighters, purely their goal is to step into the octagon one time. There are a few fighters that, oh, that was a beautiful right hand over the top. There are a few fighters that step into the octagon with the intention immediately of becoming a champion. A lot of fighters are just happy to be signed and recognized by the UFC. But once you get here, you've got to kind of re-establish your goals. You've got to set higher goals, and then you've got to start chasing that top position. And perhaps this was just a more happy to be here in the moment situation for George. He's just struggling to get anything going off this bottom position. You love me, Damir? Do you love me, Damir? Damir, I love you. From Alex Georges from the bottom. It's all good talking, but that doesn't do a great deal for the scorecards.
I'm not sure that Damir really understands him either, Dan.
No.
Another good round there for the Russian. For your continued support of UFC Fight Pass. Third and final round here in Adelaide. The Aussie Alex Georges surely down on the scorecards after being out-wrestled here. Исмагулов showing us some of those ninja tactics.
They were quite clear in the Georges corner that he needed a finish. Oh, beautiful. Damir now starting to let his skill set show a little more. He's definitely a talented fighter. He's just spent the first 2 rounds sticking to the basics, the fundamentals. Now he's 2 rounds ahead on the scorecard. A lot of gamesmanship from Georges, but he needs to make something happen here if he wants this fight to not slip away from him.
Исмагулов, Dan, made his pro debut in 2014. That's a hell of a rate of activity to get to where he is today. Looking at, well, the next walkout will be his 20th professional contest.
Yeah, he's a busy fighter. He's been very active and taking on some tough opponents as well. He's not had an easy career by any means. He's had a lot of tests. He's been pushed to every end of his game.
And don't expect him to take his foot off the gas here in the third and final round. I've seen him in 5-round fights before, Dan, where he's been coasting and then he's gone for the finish as well.
Yeah, he's always seems like he's got an extra 10% in the gas tank that he's just holding back. And, you know, if we get halfway through this round and he's still cruising comfortably like he is now, we might see some more of that, those Showtime kicks off the fence, perhaps.
Showtime is here in Adelaide with us as well, Dan.
Shout out to Anthony Pettis.
There's a little rumble there. I'm not sure if that's collective stomachs of Adelaide. It's breakfast time as well. Some hungry people out there.
There's the right hand again. Georges just managed to get his head to the side, but was wide open for that takedown. There was no resistance at all to that.
That really presented itself.
It did. He even said to Ashkan Mokhtarian in his corner, he said, I just can't move on the floor. Every time he's in half guard, I just can't move.
Исмагулов is a former training partner of Alexei Kunchenko, who we're going to see. The featured FS1 prelim bout today, this morning, wherever you are in the world.
I'm all turned around. I'm not sure what time of day it is. He flattened his back again, accepting shoulders to the mat. This is better, but now he looks to be giving his back here.
Watch out for that arm triangle setup.
Damir, not much of a submission fighter, but does have one rear naked choke on his record. Is well versed in the submissions, but he's far more comfortable to chip away at his opponent and try and get the stoppage, the TKO stoppage.
Or punch someone in the face, Dan.
It
Chip
works,
away,
John.
punch someone in the face.
It works, John. Proof's in the pudding.
That takedown that Ismagulov hit takes him to 5 in this contest.
5 of 13 as well. It not only shows that you know, he's been consistently trying to get this fight to the floor, but it also shows he's got a great work rate.
Yeah.
13 takedown attempts, 5 successful. He's been in control of this fight from start to finish, in my opinion.
Clearly the game plan.
And a smart game plan for someone who's got the reach advantage on you as well. And, you know, someone who's young in their career, who's aggressive and enthusiastic, has got a relatively unpredictable skill set as well, like Alex Georges does.
Peppering away at Alex Georges, who's slapping now.
Yeah, there's some frustration showing.
Oh, elbows now. They're looking a bit more mean. Coming down to 110 left in this lightweight fixture here in South Australia. Ismagulov on the road, making his UFC debut. Alex Georges made the short trip over from Sydney.
Now Georges has his left arm pinned. Does a good job of freeing that. Still no attempt to escape from this bottom position from Alex Georges. He needs that underhook. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful elbow from the top position.
This is an opportunity. Surely he needs to explode here, Dan. I know he's trying to control the leg, but a good opportunity to come backwards and maybe use the fence. Oh, referee's allowed him
25 seconds.
Feet.
It's a good opportunity for Alex Georges. If he's going to make something happen, he's got to throw hard in the next 20 seconds. There's the right hand from Damir again. Good level
Nice
change.
duck under there for Исмагулов. But
Nice. Needs the midsection from Georges.
last few seconds looking pretty academic for Исмагулов right now.